Search Sources, Part 1, Finding Books by Subject. Whether you're reading for exploration, wanting background and history on your topic, or just want to curl up, sometimes there's no substitute for a book, and GillFind is the place to find books. You get to GillFind through the big box. There's a scroll bar on the left side. Set it to Library Catalog. You can search the big box on GillFind just like you search the regular library catalog. Let's put it back. That means you can have a two-concept search and bring the concepts together with AND. Remember, AND gets the overlap between two topics. And it has to be in capitals. So, let's try it. We're using the same topic we were using in the big box, incarcerated persons and medical. Incarcerated persons is a nice word for prisoners, and medical means health care. The AND has to be capitalized or the database won't read it. We want to get the overlap. And here we are. We have all kinds of things. Some of them are a little old. They're going to be all over the place. We probably don't want to go all the way downtown to Atlanta, so let's look on the left side for liability. Especially if you're on campus, you're going to want items that are at Clarkston, if you're at Clarkston. And here we are. There are 7 items. Most of these are a little old. Some of them don't look like they're about health care. This one might be okay. Now, what you can do is, especially if you're not on campus, is try a different approach. Let's go down here where we have our locations. And we have to get rid of the filter up here. Over here under active filters, we get rid of Clarkston. And this time we choose full access online. And now we have 62 items. And yes, that one is 1973. I don't think you want that. So we go back over here where we have the dates, and we get rid of 1795, and let's make it the last decade. 2020 or 2019, we tell it to refine, and away we go. Okay, we have prison hunger strikes, rethinking the gulag, there's a journal, there's a video. We could restrict to books, but we only have 11 items. Medical problems reported by prisoners. Do you want to look? Let's go a little further. Life and death in Rikers Island. Managing subject withdrawals in jail, a legal brief. So, what you can do is go over to this one, for example, click Online Access. This says U.S. Government Publishing Office, which means it's a government document. We treat most of them like books. You open this, and we click PDF, and it is short like an article. It is 12 pages long, but we still treat it like a book. Think of it as a baby book. It is also full of statistics, and it is written by the U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Statistics, which It's not quite a primary source, but it's got some stature, especially since the federal government runs its own prisons. Now, there is a way we can make these results better. We just threw some words at the wall. Let's go back and look at our record. We call this a record. And you scroll down and look at the subject headings. Our library catalog has good, strong, consistent subject headings. Do you see incarcerated persons here? No, you don't. You see prisoners. And you see prisoners' medical care. And you see prisoners' health and hygiene. If I right-click on this, I can open the link in a new tab. And you can look here. And again, we have lots of things here. Again, a lot of them are going to be somewhat old. I don't want to go back to 1666. No, thank you. Let's go to 2019. And let's go to full access online. And now we can take a look. We have 27 results. That may be just what you're looking for. This may also be good. This one is 2024. This is 2020. They're both online. You can open one up. You can go over to ProQuest eBook and pick it up. You can get a permalink so you can get back to it. You can cite this book. Permalink over here. Cite is below it. And put that cite into a Word document. You can also read online. It pays if you open the chapters. And you have to open again. And it looks like we may have some good things. And that's how you do this. Wait a minute. I got a question. Actually, I have two questions. I don't see where to email this book. Is there a way I can do it besides copying that permalink? Sure. We can go back one tab on your browser. And here where we have the online availability here in the catalog record, there's email. And I have another question too. This is a very long book. I don't see the page numbers, but it's got to be really long. I don't want to read a whole book. That's okay. You can read just a chapter. Say you're interested in Special Concerns of Youth and Corrections. All right. Here we have Adolescent Health. You open it, and there it is. Wait a minute, how do I cite it? For right now, keep the whole reference to the book, the whole citation to the book in your bib sheet or on a Word document, and alongside it, or right before it, write Chapter on Adolescent Health. When you go to write your rough draft, you can clean it up then, and we librarians are happy to help. If you really want a physical book, it's a good idea to sign into your library account, and you can do this over here where it says My Library Account. You can do this here. It's best practice to sign in before you start searching, though of course everybody forgets and there is a way to fix it. Let me show you how this works. I'm GSU faculty and staff, and this is the back side of our catalog. To start searching, click the arrow. Of course, you don't always remember. I'm going to sign out to show you what that looks like. Let's try again. Okay, we're going to set to catalog, and we're going to search for and we're going to restrict to books and apply filters, and we are going to make sure we don't have it going all the way back to 2000. Yeah, we are not going to have it going back to 1578. I want it very recent, and I don't care where it comes from because I'm going to be able to request. Okay. This looks interesting, and it's online. This looks very interesting. Prisons and Health in the Age of Mass Incarceration. It's only available at Atlanta. And here we have probation, but we're not going to do that. Let me open this. Now, you see the blue? It's a blue oblong with curved sides. We tell it to sign in to request items, and that is all you have to do. There is a little light blue request pickup. You would put in your library's location. I usually say thank you. And if this were a real request, I would send it. That's all. But wait a minute, suppose I wanted to get that book off the shelf. Or suppose I want at Atlanta, or suppose I wanted to get a book off the shelf at Clarkston. Of course you can find the book on the shelf. To do that, you look at the call number down here, and there will be call numbers for several campuses. It's important to pick your campus. Now, let's take a close-up look at the call number. To find a book by call number, first look at the call number for your campus. Next, you're going to look at the first letter. Call numbers always start with letters in our system. And once you have that first letter, look over on the left and it will either give you a floor if you're at Atlanta, a more general location on most of the other campuses, and on Clarkston it's either going to say A through M, third floor, or N through Z, fourth floor. In the case of this book, since its call number starts with H, we're going to find Liberty for Some on the third floor. Now at this point, if you haven't done it already, write down the call number or take a picture of it with your cell phone. We're going to start by looking for the first two letters. In this case, it's HV. When you get upstairs, you will see little signs at the ends of the shelves that tell you the call numbers of the books that are on them. Now, once we find HV, we're going to look for that first number, which is 9466. That's 9,466. Then, once we find HV 9466, you're going to look for that C, the one with the period in front of it. Finally, you look for the 47 that comes after the C. This second number is a decimal. C5 will come after the C47. And remember, with physical books, you don't have to read the whole thing. Check the table of contents for a chapter that interests you. And so, in this video, we learned how to search by subject in GillFind, how to find ebooks from our 2 largest suppliers, how to request a print book, and how to decipher its call number so you can find it on the shelf. This is just the beginning of finding books. Good luck with your research and have a great day.